As I suggested in my last video that I'm going to link right up above here if you haven't watched it, this video is going to be about equipment. So what will I be leveling up? What will I be putting on each hero? And how do I save my resources the most so I'm just not wasting everything? Because you can easily just waste resources on equipment, and you're just going to be throwing gold down the drain, and you don't want that. So let's go in and have a look. So I've unequipped all equipment off all of my characters just so they're all over in inventory here, and I'm going to start over. So I'm going to start with my Duke of Darkness because I want him to have my best gear. Simple as that. He hits my hardest. He is literally my full carry. He does all the damage of my whole team. So we're going to start off with the weapon because he needs the best weapon there is. I've got this gold one. Yes, it does give him an extra 15% attack, but it gives him block, crit resistance, and HP. He doesn't need that. That piece of equipment is absolutely perfect for my melee attacker. They get an extra attack, plus they get some defensive stats on the substats, so he is not going to get that. He is going to get this one, which has critical, penetration, and accuracy. He needs those three. I know he doesn't get the extra 15% attack, but he uses everything here. So we're going to equip him with that. Move down to the helm. This helm here, again, these are all defensive stats, and this is attack up. Again, that's going to go on my melee attacker. And as you can see, when I'm going through, I'm kind of thinking in my head, okay, this isn't perfect for him, but it's going to work for someone else. If you know your team well enough, you'll work out that, oh, that's a good piece, but it will be better on someone else. You'll use everything that's worth. Coming along, I got penetration and accuracy. I think they're the two to go with. Dodge and accuracy is not. Accuracy, HP, penetration and accuracy is the one to go. So we're going to equip that straight on there. Come down to armor. I've got this gold one. Hero's attack increased by 10%. Lovely. With accuracy, attack, and crit damage. I don't have any... Look, as you can see, durability is 0 out of 10. I didn't record... Well, I went through this already and hadn't hit record. And I wasted a full set of durability on this. Bought a hammer, repaired it, and only got 3 more and leveled it up 1 level. I absolutely wasted all my enhancement stones. So now I have all this gold gear that I can't enhance. Be very wary of that. I'll have a look once we get onto my melee attacker. I'll show you what I mean with these enhancement stones. So we come down, we've got gloves next. Dodge, crit resistance, and block. Don't get any benefit out of that. Attack speed with dodge. Dodge, don't care about. Equipped hero's defense increased by 6%. Don't care about. Attack speed by 14.36. Yes, baby. Come to mama. You go straight onto there. I want him attacking as fast as possible. He is my full damage. Faster attack, faster ultimate. Let's go. Increased HP, don't care. Defense, block damage, doesn't really matter either. The boots, block damage, defense, dodge, don't really care. Dodge, critical, dodge, critical. Dodge, critical, crit damage, dodge, crit damage, dodge. Seriously, none of these are very good. Critical and penetration. I'm going to take that one, actually. That is the one that I want to take because I want him to crit and I want him to negate their defense. Coming down onto rings. If you get a really good one with this skill up the top, equipped hero skill level is increased by 2 plus a skill attack multiplier. This absolutely boosts your skills up so much. I've got 2 rings. The other one is increased by 1 with a smaller attack multiplier. So I'm going to obviously take the better one there. Then you come down into earrings. This one does get the ultimate skill increased by 2, which is absolutely insane. But block damage and HP, it's not really what I want. This next one, the multiplier by 13% with crit damage, that is bonkers. I would long term, what you're looking for is to have this ultimate skill level plus 2, 3, or 1, whatever the rarity of the earrings or rings, whatever it is, whatever that gives you with the ultimate attack multiplier plus a critical or crit damage on your substats. That is what you're aiming for your attacking heroes. For your defensive heroes, this right here for my defensive hero is absolutely perfect. This will go straight onto my giant robot. Obviously it's not leveled up yet, but I can do that. So look at that, straight off the bat we've got those all sorted. I take them only to level 7 because that's when you get both substats. You can keep going if you want, but it starts costing a lot, and the durability at 40% is absolutely insane. It feels like it fails a lot more than that, especially on this gold one. When I was going up, I failed so much. Seriously, I went through 23 enhancements, and it got to level 8. Okay, you need to be very cautious of this. Up until whatever level it is that you lose about 70%, then especially for the gold ones, because there's nowhere where you can get these enhancement stones for an early game. Maybe late game you're going to be able to get them from the maze, or you can like craft them up. Obviously, you're better off leveling up your other gold pieces of equipment than trying to get this one all the way up to level 10. Obviously, this enhancement 10 is really good because you get the third substat and the other substats go up as well. But for the amount of times that you fail, you're just wasting these for this early game. And maybe this piece isn't even the best. So I'd do it a couple of times, but once it starts getting down closer to 50, I'd switch to your other gold pieces. Because as you can see, once I go to level up my orc here, or attach my gear, you'll notice I'm attaching gold gear that has minimal levels. So straight off the bat, we're going to put this one in here because that is hero's attack is increased by 15%. Perfect. I love that. Block, crit resistance, and HP. He needs all of those, so that is straight onto him because he is definitely by far my second best hero. He's going to have this helm as well. Attack increased by 10%. HP, dodge, block. We need all of those. Keep coming down onto the armor. HP by 6%, block damage, and defense. We're going to take that one too. You can have a look at the other ones. It's only normal substats. You don't get that extra 6%. This one, gold, dodge, crit resistance, block. Exactly what he needs too. And then I'm pretty sure I've given him the boots with defense, block damage, and dodge. Right there, and I do have a ring for him. I've only got one, so he pretty much just gets this anyway, but it's a skill attack multiplier, which I want with penetration. Exactly what we want. I don't have earrings or anything, so that is him done. As I said, I would love to have some more enhancement stones to bring up this, to get some more HP and dodge off here, plus the normal stat obviously goes up from 179 up, and getting this attack up more would be lovely, but I can't do that right now. There's obviously going to be pushback in using your purple pieces of gear over your gold until you're a bit further in and you can actually level them up like really good. So as you can see, this has more attack here. But because this one is like an enlightened one, I don't know what this is called when it's like gold. It has this extra substat of the hero's attack is increased by 15%. As you can see, this one is higher here. But I get this, if I equipped here, his overall power goes down. Okay, so these arrows pointing up does not always mean that it's a better piece of gear. It means the main substat that you have on the gear is better than the one that you have equipped on your hero. So please watch out for that. And I think if you went auto-equipped, it would just give the highest rated ones, which is not what we want, okay? So auto-equipped is not always going to give you the best overall. So look at that, straight away I've gone up. Auto-equipped isn't your friend, okay? This will probably go down because this gold isn't leveled up at all. It actually went up, look at that. Gold is better than epic. Maybe only because these have those extra substats, but still get gold onto your characters, or well, onto your best characters, and just level them up until they get to about 50, and then don't waste those enhancement stones if you go any further. All you need to know is that other video that I talked about with the stats, base the gear off those stats that I told you that are most important to those heroes. So for my tank, I'm going to look for obviously more HP, some accuracy or dodge or something like that. Critical and penetration, not really what I'm looking for him, but it's very hard because the weapon seems to get a lot more rolls that are attack based rather than defensive based, which makes sense. So I'm not going to put this one with the critical and penetration because I have a second damage dealer that this is obviously going to go onto them. I'm just going to choose accuracy and HP one because he needs HP and accuracy is really good down the line. If we come down, we've got dodge, which I really like. Penetration, accuracy, no. I'm going to take this dodge and accuracy. Keep coming down into the armor, crit resistance, accuracy, crit damage, crit damage, crit damage, block damage. That's a really good one because I try and get his block up. Crit resistance, accuracy. I'm going to go with this purple. Down into gloves, crit resistance and dodge, crit resistance and dodge. Look at that. I'm going to go with this purple one right there. Boots, I think this boots is perfect. HP increases defense and block damage. Let's go. See what the other ones are just to have a quick look. I don't think they're nowhere near as good. Come down, we've got this ring, the attack multiplier, the skill is up by 1, penetration does not matter, but let's go. And now this is exactly what I'm going to put on here. The ultimate skill is increased by 2 levels. His ultimate skill is pretty good, but obviously you always want them a little bit better. So that's a quick rundown of how I put all of my equipment onto my characters. At first, yeah, auto equip's really good, But as I showed you into this video, auto-equipped is not always the way to go. It just looks at the main stat, not the sub-stats that are on the gear. Up until now, seriously, it was just like put my best gear onto my heroes, whatever. But I was having a look at it and I was like, I need to min-max a little bit. So this is why I'll show you where I'm up to in campaign, just to give you a bit of a gist as to where I am. I'm at very hard 7-5. So I'm like right at the end of very hard. And I feel like this is a time where it felt for me where I really needed to up my equipment game and make them a little bit better than what they were before. I should have taken a bit of a screenshot of where everyone's attacks and defenses were before I input all these onto them. But anyway, I was just trying to show you what you should be doing with your equipment. Hopefully I help you. If I have, hit the subscribe. And if I haven't, tell me what I need to do to help you.